You can't really deduce anything from hypergamy historically because men on average have just made more than women, but now women are earning men.
Hypergamy existed before there was money.
Hypergamy has nothing to do with money.
I'm just telling you, studies have shown by 2050
we'll
see a complete reversal of hypergamy.
Let me explain what you're doing here is you are conflating hypergamy with the values and the monetary set and status of today. Whereas when we talk about, when I've talked about hypergamy in the past, it's not a social construct. It's not something that's been created. It's something that is innate.
I'm using the
I've been going on dates, but it doesn't really get past the first date.
It doesn't get past the sexual intercourse?
No, I've been staying. I have not been having sex.
Really?
I'm really trying to date for marriage now.
Huh?
What kind of OnlyFans do you do?
I've done everything.
So wait,
what are you doing now?
This is a really important question. Right now, is there guy-girl content of you and another dude that's up that you're selling while you're looking for another dude?
Yes.
You understand how that might be a conflict?
Yes. I don't necessarily tell them that right away.
Okay, if you start
them to discover it on their own. Got it.
If you start seriously dating another guy and he asks you specifically, he doesn't even want you to take your whole OF down, but he wants the guy-girl content of you with another dude taken down off your page, would you do it?
If I felt he could be my husband, yeah.
What would he have to do? What would he have to be that high? Like, you know what? I think I'm going to take down my OnlyFans.
I'm waiting for like that rom-com moment where I'm like, oh my God, I've known you my whole life. And I haven't felt that. But if I felt like that.
Do you understand how any man with any boundaries whatsoever is not going to find that acceptable? Like, do you understand that? Like, I'm not trying to be judgmental. I'm trying to be as non-judgmental of you as possible. There is no way that a dude is going to be there like, oh, what does she do? Oh, mom, check it out. She sells, her some other dude on her OF. That's going to be a problem. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, unless you find a cuck like Sneeko, you're not going to find a man.
Yo, do not talk about
already started.
Yo, I do not co-sign on that.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Disavow.
All right, okay, unless you find a cuck. I don't think someone's...
You got 8. Speak closer to the mic, please.
Unless you find a cuck.
About people, you got to talk into the mic.
Okay, unless you find a cuck.
Yo, because Sneeko's on his way over here. The way she's just going to be talking. Sneeko's on the way over here.
He can sit in the chair over there.
No, he needs to sit in the chair next to you so you can say that shit to his face.
Okay, no, but he sits in the cuck chair. You got to understand. You got to sit right there. All right, but unless you find like a cuck or someone who really doesn't have respect for themselves, you might not find a good man. You'll find a man, but you might not find the man you're looking for. I mean, you're really pretty, honestly. Like, I'd hit.
Thank you.
But
she would hit.
I would hit.
Look, it's really hard because my mom tells me this all the time. But I love like working for myself and making a lot of money. Yeah, so this is the way that I found to do that, to make a lot of money and just do whatever I want. But at the end of the day, I do really want love. So
you're aware of the conundrum that you've put yourself in.
How high a priority
you're not being delusional about it.
Like where on the list of things like OnlyFans, finding love, marriage. Where's the marriage and the finding love at? You said you want a relationship, right?
I do. I want to find love more than anything. But like to quit OnlyFans, just hoping that's
part of anything.
Also, I think I do hope that if it's my person. Like in the movies, if it happens, like I'm the most incredible person in the world to them, right? So I would think that they would love me no matter what. That's what I would hope.
You know what?
You realize that's a fairy tale, right?
I know. I believe in fairy tales, and I don't know if it's going to exist for me.
Don't you want a guy that says, get off of that?
Yeah.
That would
you
say,
mean like
you don't deserve that. I mean, is that
it?
what you want? Is that what you're looking for?
I don't want to do nothing. That's the thing.
Well, you don't have to do nothing. Like, as in nothing on OnlyFans or nothing like...
No, like, I don't want a man to just be like, all right, I'm going to save you and then give me all this money and then I just sit around doing nothing. Like,
do you want to have kids? Like, do you want to build a life with somebody?
And that's something I don't know yet how that's going to work. I don't know how having kids and doing OnlyFans... I haven't thought that.
Your OnlyFans? Your OnlyFans? Mm-hmm. OnlyFans?
Hell no.
Just you two. That's it.
Just us? Okay.
Here's my question for everyone else who said they're single. What does being single actually mean? Because someone can say they're single and be sleeping with like 3 dudes, When's the last time you hooked up? When's the last time you've been on a date? Like,
got after it.
You're single, right? But
yeah, I'm actually a virgin. Do you have the Myron soundboard where you say that's cap? Or
I have a different one.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And you're doing OnlyFans.
Yep.
a virgin.
So you're not doing like on OnlyFans.
I'm not
just
having
showing
sex as a
I
virgin,
see.
correct? Yeah.
What is happening right now?
He's blaming.
I think that's amazing.
It's the sad part.
Because you probably have a lot of guys that would be trying to get after you, especially because you're on
Is that because of
OnlyFans,
is that
and
because of
that sounds like
religious
you've set a
reasons?
boundary.
If I was religious, I don't think I'd be participating in OnlyFans. So no, it's not for religious reasons.
Well, you wouldn't be the first one to say that. That's what I'm just gonna say. It's like a lot of girls will be like, I think I forget where we saw this recently, but it's like you go around the table and you got all these girls who say, I believe in God, blah 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 blah, and yet they're on OnlyFans or they're doing.
Sure. I try to remain relatively consistent. I'm just incredibly picky when it comes to.
So it's not a religious thing. You're just like, I'm just.
No, it's
holding out.
just a visceral sense of pickiness.
And how old
Can
are
you-
you?
24.
Can you describe an incident where it got close and it didn't happen, and why did it not happen? Like for you, you're 24 and you've never had sex. So like, what happened where it got close and you decided to not do it? Because you're saying you're not a virgin for moral reasons. You're a virgin because you're picky. So I'm just curious, did anybody even get close, or does this whole idea of sex just not seem appealing to you?
And before I have you answer that, Justin, just really quick, you think she's telling the truth? Think it's the truth?
Not a betting man. I'm pulling for her. I hope she's telling the truth.
Okay.
So
Do you want to answer Michael's?
Sure. It could still be for moral reasons, just not for like conventional religious reasons. Like I personally just don't believe in biting the bullet and just participating in hookup culture. And even though it might seem inconsistent that I'm on OnlyFans, well, holding out for me, it's very consistent because I just hold to my own moral compass in the sense of doing what I want to do. And if I meet someone I'm in love with, then.
But do you ever make out with a guy that was hot and heavy and then something stopped you? Does no guy even get that far?
I would say guys have definitely pursued. I think just because I haven't done it, it's very easy for things in rest to stay in rest because there's no muscle memory for it. It's probably
Is
harder
that
for
Isaac
you.
Newton?
Yes, it is. It's
Okay.
3 laws of
Yeah,
motion.
yeah.
And-
Yeah.
First use Isaac Newton for a vagina. I respect. It's respect. No,
He said that about
It's in the book.
abstinence. Yeah.
It's in the book Principia, written in 1689.
Yeah. So I'd imagine it'd probably be harder for you because you have that muscle memory or that like remembrance of what it was like.
That's what
I
I'm
don't
asking.
know.
Have you even gotten that far? Have you made out with a dude and considered having sex with him, and then you stopped yourself during the night, or have you not even gotten that far? We haven't even got to first base with the dude.
Also, is this a born again thing, or are you proper virgin?
I'm a proper virgin.
Proper virgin.
Yes.
Brian's intrigued.
Do you understand what I'm asking? Like, you haven't even gotten to first base. Like, the dude hasn't even like made out with you where you thought about having sex with him.
I've had the desire, but the desire isn't congruent with my like mental desire, if that makes sense. Like I've had like the bodily desire for it, but I have a completely independent thought process
Yeah,
of
I
that.
totally get that because I'm a virgin as well. So.
Stop the cap.
Dude, okay, bro. Okay, there was this one time with my uncle, but I did not. Oh shit, I can't say shit. Like I was kidding. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a really joke, and I'm sorry. There was no time with my uncle. He's in prison, not because of me.
Question: are you waiting until marriage, or it just the right guy hasn't come along?
I'm just kind of a hopeless romantic. Like I just want to be in love, and I'm not sure if I have yet. And for me, if I even kiss a guy at a club who I'm not into, like I'll go home feeling disgusted.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's my question. You haven't answered. Have you kissed a guy at a club? Have you kissed a guy on a date? Like, do you understand? I'm not trying to pry too much, but like, virgin, we'll just call that getting all the way to home. Have you even gotten to first base with the dude? Because that would actually be a completely different story that you're telling. Do you understand what I'm saying?
First base as in kissed a guy?
Yeah.
Yes, I've kissed guys. Not frequently in that setting, like that one-time setting, because the few times I have from that sample size, like I just personally don't feel good afterwards, like kissing someone.
From kissing someone?
Even on a first date, like I have to go on at least 3 dates to kiss someone, to be honest, to feel okay about it.
And then has anything ever gotten further than just kissing someone?
It'd be uncouth to give you a detailed sexual
that's fine.
biography.
You have the right to do that. But what my point is, like, it's for some people, there's like a mental fixation where like they're just asexual. That's what you're starting to sound like. You're just not interested in sex at all.
No, that's not true at all. Like I said, I have a very strong bodily desire, and in the moment, like I could totally see myself enjoying it. It's more so I know afterwards I won't feel good after, because if I don't feel good after kissing someone, it felt good in the moment, then I think sex would be, you know what I mean, a way bigger bullet.
Can we just have you put the hair behind your back? Your hair?
Are you trying to see my cleavage?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not Not me, like the chat's been asking for.
No, it's good for business.
It's
yeah.
just like, I'm just like, I'm looking out for you. Like I pulled up your OnlyFans here just like to check like if there's anything that could like discredit your claim that you're a virgin.
Oh,
It's
you
like,
you
it's
bought all my content for research.
Well, I didn't buy it. I'm just like on your blank page because
Yeah,
I don't pay for OnlyFans.
Right.
But you only have 8 posts. Like hello, but
I mean, a lot of it's in the messaging, you know.
Hey, do you write your own messages or do you have someone write your messages for you?
I script the messages. Most people go on my OnlyFans to like debate me, so I respond to a lot of people.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
She's found a business model by being the virgin OnlyFans content creator.
virgin OnlyFans girl.
I don't really
amazing.
brand as virgin
That's
because
really
I feel like it
niche
conflicts
marketing.
with the OnlyFans image. The virgin thing is a relative. I planned on not coming out with it for a
I
while.
think you should use that actually. I think
Yeah,
that
I
would
was
be
saying
very
the same
helpful.
thing. Like you could piss dudes off and get them like to pay to debate you and call you names. I think that's a great way to make money.
Sure.
That's what we're doing now. That's what me,
Yeah.
Do you
me
think
Brian
that-
Rollo do.
Do you think that being on OnlyFans is like limiting you from finding the guy for whom you will eventually want to actually have sex with?
No, I mean, it's all subjective. You could say that, you know, me not wearing a hijab, you know, I'm cutting off a section of men, me being brown. There's men who probably won't like me for my race. I'll just find a man who has congruent values with me. I'm not going to tailor my lifestyle to like a subsection of red-pilled men.
So if you have an OnlyFans and you're a virgin,
Yes.
and you just explained to us that you're waiting for like some very high quality guy.
I
to
didn't say
sort of-
high quality.
Oh,
I
really?
said
Okay. So what would be your ideal guy then?
high level of chemistry. When you say high value, you're probably relating to income, height, things like
Not
that.
high value, but I mean like it's high enough to sort of be your ideal guy that would be the guy that you would want to have sex with.
I don't know if we have the same metrics of ideal. What do you mean by ideal?
No, I'm just asking you. What would
Ideal
be
is
your
what you think
ideal
ideal
that
is.
you would want to have in a guy so that
That's
you will
high
have
value to
sex
you.
with them?
For me, romantic chemistry is incredibly volatile. It's not based on any barometers of like, oh, he's in school, he has this career or anything.
So it
for
could just
me.
be random dude off the street.
100%. I am not hypergamous at all.
I think you're probably way more hypergamous than you think you
Yeah,
are.
I completely
In fact,
disagree.
you are so hypergamous you won't have sex with a guy until the guy is the guy that you're looking for.
Of course, and then if I had had sex with guys and then they were, you know what I mean, made less than me, and then you'd say, oh, because we broke up, it proves that none of those interactions counted, right?
Yeah.
I think the fact that you are a virgin right now just proves a point that you're like to a very high degree.
The fact that I'm abstinent means that I'm waiting for someone richer than me.
No. So
Didn't say
you're
rich.
confused with
Didn't say
hypergamous
rich.
hypergamous
Didn't say
with this
rich.
idea that women are bad. Hypergamy doesn't mean women are bad.
When did I say bad? When did I even imply that?
Yeah, you are the one who's saying that you're putting words in his mouth.
I'm just
or you're
asking you,
saying,
what would be your ideal
Yeah.
enough to get
But
with
where
a
did
guy?
this notion of women being bad come in?
No,
No one is saying that.
Yeah, but you're saying to him, you're putting words in his mouth about what he's going to say next after you have sex, and that he's going to judge you, and that's not what we're saying. Hypergamy is just an algorithm. It's an evolutionary adaptation that women have. It's not a negative or positive thing. Like you said, it's not negative.
I'm
That's
not
fine.
sure if it's an evolutionary adaptation. I think the reason women have historically been hypergamous is because they were barred from higher education. So obviously the average man was going to earn more than them. But by 2050, we're going to see a total reversal of hypergamy.
Hypergamy and
we're going to see
hypergamy during the
hypogamy.
Pleistocene epoch was because of barred from education.
In general, you can't really deduce anything from hypergamy historically because men on average have just made more than women, but now women are out earning men.
Hypergamy existed before there was
out-graduating.
money.
Hypergamy has nothing to do with money.
I'm just telling you, studies have shown by that by
No,
2050
what you're doing.
we'll see a complete reversal of
Let me explain what you're
hypergamy.
doing here. Is you are conflating hypergamy with the values and the monetary set and status of today. Whereas when we talk about, when I've talked about hypergamy in the past, it's not a social construct. It's not something that's been created. It's something that is innate.
I'm using the current definition of hypergamy, which is that women date someone with a superior sociological or monetary background.
Sociological.
Socioeconomic background.
Yeah, socioeconomic. Yeah.
Okay. No, because when we talk about hypergamy, it's not just about money. It's not just about status. It's also about, like, is this guy arousing enough for me to want to get with? Is he a hot guy? Is he the dude that I want to get with because he does it for me? That's what I was asking you. I'm not asking you, like, how much money does he have to make? I'm just saying, what's your ideal that guy would get in there? Who would be the guy that would make you, the OnlyFans virgin, want to have sex with this guy?
Wait, I'm confused. Can you clarify your definition of hypergamy? You're saying now that
Okay, hypergamy is very simple. It's alpha and beta bucks. Okay, so it's is this guy arousing? Is he sexual? Is he a good genetic match for me? Is he somebody who turns me on? Does he have a strong jawline? Is he 6 foot tall? Is he got a V taper? Does he have a six-pack abs? Does he turn me on? There's the arousal side of that, and then there's the beta buck side, which is the provisioning, protection, and parental investment side of it. So what you're focusing on right now is just that one single side. What I'm saying is, what combination of all that would be the guy for whom you would want to have sex with?
Right, and I don't think I can give you, like, on paper, a list of traits. Like, I personally don't value height. I don't value physique. For me, like I said, romantic chemistry is incredibly volatile.
So the last guy you were with was, what, shorter than you? Taller than you?
I'm not going to get into details of it, but I've been attracted to guys who are my height or shorter. I genuinely don't care. For me, I'm hypergamous maybe in the sense that I want someone with
You're
equal
hypergamous, but
intelligence.
that's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad
It's
thing.
not a bad thing.
I haven't implied it's bad. I'm just rejecting the premise that I subscribe to hypergamy.
It's not, it's not a subscription.
So let's just say you don't subscribe to it, but the supposition that you made previously is that it was somehow cultural and it wasn't genetic. So we've put that to bed over 40 years ago. Okay, the study of evolutionary psychology, Dr. David Buss's first study in 1989, where he looked at 37 different cultures. In all 37 cultures, women wanted men taller than them. In all 37 cultures, men were more interested in casual sex than women. In all 37 cultures, women were more interested in men who were better at provisioning. This is not and these cultures had no attachment to radios, television, or film. They had no attachment to others. So Papua New Guinea, and the Andes, they had absolutely no contact with each other. In all of these ones, men on average had 90% higher upper body muscle and 50% more lower body muscle. And when you look at all these things, these are genetic. These things are not a function of culture. So that's a mistake to think that hypergamy is something that's created because men created some sort of patriarchy that created a hypergamous situation. That is not the case.
Well, I think we were just using conflicting definitions of hypergamy.
Okay.
I was referring to socioeconomic background, which is the
in your
definition.
discussion with him.
That's easy to do
In your
these days,
discussion
by
with
the
him, but in my discussion, because my podcast is on evolutionary psychology, there is no evidence whatsoever that the concept of hypergamy comes from culture. Just like my heterosexuality does not come from culture, and what people are attracted to does not come from culture. We've proven unequivocally, unassailably, it is genetic. Now, there's variations within a culture, what some people find attractive as others, but in all 37 cultures, they found symmetrical faces and signs of youth to be attractive.
Height.
An average, on general, men who are taller, not necessarily 6 feet tall, some places don't use the imperial system, but not always, but generally men who are taller than women. And in all of these different cases, the men who are more competent, an allegory or an analogy for competency in 2023 is money, whereas there was no money during the Pleistocene epoch. Right. Competency is now referred to as money, the ability to garner resources. That's what's most important, but there's no... To your point before, let me just stop right there. There's no science behind the idea that it's cultural. There is none whatsoever, because there would be some culture where it wasn't the case, and no such culture has ever existed or currently exists.
Right, and you're using a very multi-dimensional application of hypergamy. Of course, people are attracted to competence. I was referring again to socioeconomic background. Competence can map onto a lot of different facets. It can mean earning more. It can mean competence in helping you as a woman take care of you, but that
Correct.
doesn't translate. Like, I kind of want you to give a more clear definition of what you mean by hypergamy in the multi-dimensional sense.
Can I combat
Go ahead.
that? Because, so you're saying that you think that socioeconomic is cultural. Like, that's standard for us, not just looks, not taller or anything like that.
Repeat the question.
Okay, so say you're a woman who makes a lot of money.
Mhm.
You would date a man who makes less than you because we've bled that out of our culture, right? Women have the access to higher education, things like that, and we can make more money, correct?
Yeah, we're seeing like a reversal of hypergamy, at least in the socioeconomic sense, yeah.
So, and that's your standard for yourself. Like, you think like you would not date a man who makes more than you, whatever.
Oh, it's not that I wouldn't. I'm saying that's not like the cardinal reason I'm attracted to someone is not based on wealth.
So you don't think it should be?
I don't know about should be. I don't know about adding morality to it. I think you should do whatever you know what I mean? You should pursue what you're attracted to.
What is the cardinal reason for you to be attracted to somebody?
That volatile sense of chemistry. And that's usually,
what does that mean?
Usually it's based on a shared sense of intelligence or humor. And if I find that in any person, for me to meet someone
so
who
the guy could be 400 pounds and you would still find him sexually attractive because he's as funny as Danny DeVito or Jim Carrey.
Well, funny and smart. Isn't that what you're saying?
Yeah. For me, it's about wits and humor.
I see. So all the fat guys in the audience right now are like man, I just got to brush up on my stand-up routine.
I have found overweight men who I'm very attracted to because I find them funny. And some people might say that they develop that humor to kind of make up for their looks.